Good afternoon, it's Cathy Underwood here and welcome to my vlog, and today we are going with the flow. So everybody, I want you to find yourself a comfortable position. Put your hands on your lap, put your feet flat on the floor, sit tall. That's it. Now, first thing you're going to do is maybe close your eyes and just listen to my voice. Take a deep breath in through your nose, slowly in, hold it for a moment. And then slowly exhale, either out through your nostrils or pursing your lips and just blowing gently out. Let's do that again. Nice deep breath in through your nose. Hold the breath for a moment and then slowly breathe out. Relax your shoulders, relax your body. Let's do it one more time. Deep breath in, press down into your feet. Down into your seat, lengthen up through your spine, and then slowly exhale. Relax. Just park your unwanted thoughts to one side of the chair. And just bring yourself back into the breath. And relax. Good. Now open your eyes and hello. Going with the flow is something we do in our yoga practice, in mindfulness and in meditation. And going with the flow is basically just being in the moment, being very present and observing how that makes you feel. Now, it is a very good idea in life to plan, to do your plans for your day, for your week, for your year. I love planning. It's very important if you run a business. It's very important if you run a very busy house or you've got a big family. Planning is essential. But it's also really important to take moments during the day where you are just simply allowing yourself to be. One of my favorite times, aside from yoga practice, is when I'm hoovering. Now, I really love cleaning my house. I'm not fanatical, by the way, but I do enjoy it because it brings me into a mindful state, a real present state. And it feels almost like a meditation. You may not agree with that, but there is something in your life that you do that does exactly that. It could be your yoga practice or your meditation, or it could be gardening. It could be walking. It could be just sitting observing nature. Whatever it is, this is something that is really good for your energy, good for your mind, your body and your soul. And I encourage you to do more of it on a daily basis. This is called going with the flow. So when we're not going with the flow, if we don't take time to just be present, to be mindful, then we can get a little bit lost in a different world. So you know that saying, I'm just not feeling myself. That's exactly what I mean. Sometimes we can come home from a really busy day at work and just feel absolutely exhausted, absolutely stressed out. And that impacts your daily life, your home life, because you're not able to be with your family in that present moment because you're consumed with all these things that you've got to do. Now, stress is a big problem in our country. The NHS is struggling with lifestyle diseases such as depression, anxiety, and other things that are attached to that. So we might be suffering from blood pressure issues or heart problems or obesity. There are a lot of things that can attach itself to one lifestyle condition. Drinking too much, eating too much. There's all sorts of different things. Now, the problem with that is we need lifestyle tools to deal with these life-threatening conditions. And one thing we can offer ourselves is an opportunity to be present, to be mindful. Now, I encourage you to do this on a daily basis. It can take 1 minute, 2 minutes, it can take 20 minutes. But but do something that every day just brings you into a place of being, going with the flow. It's really good for your health. Our yoga practice, our mindfulness practice, really does ripple out into our daily life, our work, our home life, our sense of worth. It really does. Because, for example, we may have practiced a certain way for a very long time. We may be doing back bends and handstands and challenging postures. As we grow, as we get older, those postures become a little bit trickier to do. So our practice teaches us to use props, to maybe warm up a lot more in order to achieve that handstand or that back bend. I'm just using more challenging postures as a kind of metaphor. But what I'm trying to encourage you to do is just to look at your practice and to see how much it's changed over the years and the benefits of that change. If we constantly bang our heads against a proverbial, well, it's easy for me to say, brick wall, if we keep trying to go in one direction, we keep being flung back, isn't it obvious to be more bendy and flexible in life and to find a different route? Work is a big one for this. Sometimes in our work we get to a point where we realise that things aren't quite working out the way they used to, and that we have to find a different way of working, a different way of doing business. I've been self-employed all my life, so this is something that comes hand in hand with running your own business. You get to a certain point where you need to grow that business, and you have to understand that, you know, changes happen in society. For example, how we're working now, talking to one another over the airwaves, you know, on social media, through video, is very, very different to 20 years ago when it was all done by letters and leaflets. It's important to recognise when you need to be a little bit more flexible and to bend and to go with the flow. Home life can be like this too. I know, I'm in my 50s now, things are really changing. My boys are now 18 and 16. They are turning into men, and so they're going to do things very differently. They're becoming their own people. So I'm less of, what was I going to say? I'm still their mum, but I'm less involved in their life. I have to take a back seat. Now, you know, initially that can be quite difficult because I've always been in control, you know, and always been able to know where they are and what they're doing and how to feed them and blah, blah, blah. Now they've got to grow and learn how to do these things themselves. So I do have to take a back seat. But that means, you know, I've got to change. I've got to let go of the control, the expectation, and all that stuff you put on yourselves as a parent. You have to step back, you have to change. And sometimes it can be really, really frustrating and really difficult to do. So that's where it's important to park those thoughts to one side, bring yourself into a very present state, breathe, relax, let it go, and allow yourself to simply move with the change. So as I've said before, it is important to plan. I'm not saying, you know, just live in the present moment the whole time and everything will be fine. I'm just saying that it's important for our mental and our physical health, emotional health, spiritual health. It's important for us to practice being present on a daily basis. It's important for us to let go of judgment, expectation, and just simply be. And those answers will come from practicing that. Magic will happen, I promise you. So that's your homework this week. If you fancy having a go, go with the flow. Message me if you need any more details. And guys, I wish you a wonderful day. Om Shanti.